So we are really prepping for mermaid this week. We have done a nice gentle warm-up, then we built some heat, continuing the warm-up. Now we're going to come into triangles. So we're sealing off the outside edge of the back foot. We're lifting through the arch. We're grounding down through the whole front foot, primarily the big toe joint. We're engaging the glutes and the core. If you're comfortable, you can look up towards your hand and come up. And then we're going to repeat on the other side. So we're changing the sides of our feet. And I like to line up my heel and my arch. Heel on the front foot with the arch of the back foot. It depends what your preference is. That is mine. So we want to remember when we are planning out our classes, some of the things we'll have in the warm-up, maybe neck stretches and some gentle twists and things like that, cat-cow. But it's really important to remember that if you plan for a peak pose, you want the body really ready when you get there. So you're not going into a pose that you haven't warmed up for. You've warmed up other muscles, but not those specifically. So we're coming into a wide leg forward fold here. We're lifting through the arches of the feet. We've bent at the hip. Option here, you can grab the big toes. You can bring the hands to the mat. You can bring your hands to your shins. We're going to scoop the tailbone down and stand up. We're going to come back onto our mat here, and we're going to come into head to knee. So we pull anything extra out, really tuck the heel as close to the pubic bone as you can get it. So inhale. As we exhale, we twist the belly button towards the extended leg. And remember, we have already warmed up before we do this. We inhale, raise the arms, exhale, grasp the foot. So the toes are actively pulling up towards the kneecap. The kneecap is pulling up towards the hip. And you will probably, if you're tight, it depends, of course, on where you're tight. You may feel this in your QL and also the back of your extended leg. We're going to come up and switch sides. You can, of course, repeat this before changing sides if you choose. It is easiest if you can keep your extended leg on the mat. Otherwise, it kind of slides around. As we exhale here, we're twisting the belly button towards the extended leg. We're engaging the core. Inhale, raise the arms. As we exhale, we grab onto the foot. If you are really tight or you have really short arms, you can use a strap here. And you do not have to bring your head all the way down to your knee. Depends on the day and depends on your flexibility. We're going to come up. We're going to come into extended child's pose. So we're going to bring big toes together, knees wide. We're going to send the hips back. And I'm pausing here just to get a gentle stretch in the quads. We're going to lengthen down through the tailbone. Option here to bring the forehead to the mat or the crown of the head to the mat. And you can really ground down through the pinkies here if that feels good. It opens up that armpit area a little bit more if you choose to ground down through the hands more actively. So we're going to transition here. Come into tabletop just for a minute. And we're going to grab our strap so it's near us. If you're going to use this strap for mermaid, you could grab it now. I'm going to curl the toes under, send the hips back, and get comfortable in your downward dog. And then we're going to send the foot up, engage the glute, and bring it across the front of the mat. We're coming into half pigeon. So we're going to check in, and through mermaid, as you come into this, you're going to continually square the hips. So I'm hooking the strap. I'm going to do one side with the strap, one side without, on the back foot, just so that it's ready and it's there. You want to make sure that extended leg is nice and straight. Remember, we're stretching the hip flexor on that side. We're stretching the back of the hip on the bent leg side. So we're engaging through the core here, lengthening through the spine. We're going to start to bend that knee, flex that extended leg. And you want to make sure you're really warmed up before you come into mermaid. We're going to exhale as we twist back, opening the chest. We're grabbing onto that foot. I'm going to use a strap and send my hand up. So you're really engaging the core here, and then you can walk the hand down the strap. And if you hold too long, you will fall out of the pose. So we're going to move the strap out of the way and transition into mermaid on the other side of the body. So we come into down dog, transition to 3-leg down dog and half pigeon. Now, if you saw the class last month, this was our peak pose. So if you were teaching the same group of people, it's kind of a fun transition to have one class peak at half pigeon and then the next one could peak at mermaid. So we are flexing the knee here. Reach back. Really maintain the length in the spine. Don't collapse in the chest. We're present in the breath. Remember, the exhale and the twist happen simultaneously. So this side, I'm not using a strap. I'm just reaching. Option, if that's too hard, you can just grab the foot without the rotation.